I'm Willa Ronan, IJ attorney, and today I'm speaking with Marc who is challenging a certificate of need law in his home state of Nebraska. Marc, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. So just a little bit about certificates of need, or cons. These are state laws that require businesses to prove that their services are needed before the government will let them enter the market. There's a lot of cons in the healthcare sector. Some of them have been suspended in response to the pandemic, and IJ currently has lawsuits challenging cons in Iowa, Kentucky, North Carolina, and now in Nebraska. Marc, before we get started, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you very much. My name is Marc, uh, originally from Togo. I came here in the 2000s and have been here almost 19 years. I remember when I came here with my wife and my son, we came here with $60 in our pocket, and here we are today.
Fantastic. And now you run a home healthcare company, and that's in around Omaha and Lincoln. How'd you get into that business?
I got into that business. I remember when I was going to school in Bellevue to finance my school, I was playing soccer and then at the same time working at the nursing home. And it hit me when I remember that my mom passed away through bad care. It was a mistake that she passed away. And I decided to start something for her legacy, something that can give back to this community and also help us raise our kid and flourish a business.
Is that why you named it Dignity after your mom?
Yes.
All right.
So we thought that every single person that need our care need to be treated with dignity.
So you've been successfully operating a home health agency for some time, and you've been caring for your patients' daily needs. Do they have any problems with transportation?
Yes, transportation has always been a huge problem for our client because of the community that we are serving. Most of our clients are elderly. Some of them cannot drive. Some of them are bedbound, and most of them need to seek attention from their doctor. They need a prescription to take that. So they really need to be driven to a pharmacy, doctor appointment, and so on, and do errand by our caregivers.
So are there some types of errands that you can take your patients on?
Currently, we are approved to have a waiver transportation. What a waiver transportation does is it help us take the client to do errands such as grocery, take them to outing. What we cannot do with the waiver transportation is if we take them, for example, to Walmart to do grocery, it is considered as errand. But once we take them to Walmart or Walgreens to pick up a prescription, once we decided to go pick them up at hospital or any doctor appointment, it is considered non-emergency medical transportation. That we cannot do with the waiver transportation that we currently have.
So you do take your patients to the grocery store, is that right?
We do.
But you can't take them to a pharmacy?
We cannot.
So did you try to do anything to provide that transportation? Did you try in any way?
Yes. We ran into many problems where uh, other transportation company pick up our client to take them to hospital and they got stranded. And we do have the opportunity to take them, but because we don't have the license or the certificate, we cannot pick them. So we decided to apply for transportation to get the non-emergency medical transportation certificate, which we were denied.
So you applied for a certificate so you could also drive your patients to the doctor, right? What happened when you applied for the certificate?
Well, a lot of things happened. When we applied first, we thought once we can prove that we have the money, we have the car, we have the driver, we have all the equipment, and we are qualified, we will be approved. At my surprise, I received a letter in the mail from the commissioner office that is telling me that I am qualified, but my name will be published in a local news, and I will have to wait for a month. If there is no protest, then my certificate will be issued to me. I called the commissioner office to have more explanation, and they said, well, that's what happened, that the commission office has no control on who get approved or not. And I asked her, what does that mean? And they told me that the existing transportation company, if they don't protest, then you get your certificate. So I thought that's not a big deal. I'll wait for a month. The 29th day or 28th, going to the end of the month, I start receiving a lot of letter, which is the protest that I got from other transportation company.
So the other companies protested and they told you needed to come to a hearing. What was the hearing like?
The hearing was like a trial. I have a bunch of lawyers against me. Uh, they testify, and when it was my turn, I testified, and then I got cross-examined by each lawyer, and it was very intense. It was very long. I came in at 9. I remember leaving there after 5, and that's how long and then exhausting it was.
Now, the commission found that you were, quote, fit, willing, and able to provide this non-emergency transportation. Is that correct?
That's correct. When I received the letter in the mail and I read that part, that I'm qualified, fit, blah, blah, all these things, I was excited. And it was to my dismay that when I went down, I saw that I was denied. And the reason is because of the protests, and I couldn't prove to the commission office or the commissioners that I will be able to find new client without taking from the other existing company.
You have patients, right?
I do have patients that need transportation. I still have patients that need transportation.
And the other companies basically have a claim on providing service to your patients?
No. What they said is, and there was a lot of claims, what they said at the time was that they will go out of businesses, or they have too many companies that are already competing, or they don't have enough client on the territory. If I come in, some of the employee will lose job. And I was really, really surprised because the country that I'm coming from, a dictator country, a shit country, is not it claimed to be a capitalist country, but it is a control market, right? When I came to this country that gave me all this opportunity, I was able to reach the level that I am because of the opportunity to compete, to work hard, to be disciplined, to learn, and to innovate. Now I see myself fighting an institution that is not different from the one that I ran from.
So it feels like the government is protecting the existing companies at the expense of your competition?
Not only the government is protecting them, the existing company are controlling the market. They control who come in and who goes.
So they got to veto you from competing with them?
That's correct.
You've now launched a lawsuit with the Institute for Justice. Can you tell us what you hope to accomplish with this case?
Well, my hope is to repeal the law. I hope that this law will be repealed because it is unconstitutional. This country is a capitalist country. If I want to open a restaurant, if I am qualified, if I can demonstrate to the government that I can do that in a safe environment, the government will not tell me that my competition is going to force McDonald's to close. There are many, many car dealers that are in the same area and they still sell their car. So my hope is that law is repealed to pave the way to every single young entrepreneur that want to innovate, that want to create a business through transportation to be able to innovate.
So, if and when we win this lawsuit and some new competitor wants to come and compete with you, you're happy with that?
Competition is very good. Competition allow innovation. Competition allow growth. If you go out of business, you do something wrong. You have to rethink. And maybe that business is not yours.